NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
By the receiving team.
Ready? 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Wants to run.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go. 58, boys, 58.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Off-play action. Wade. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake. Wade. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run. Taylor, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. First down, Bridgewater. Caught right side, Tate. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Auden Tate, 51 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Back to Taylor on first down.
Oh, come on, baby.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Boyer on the tackle. No gain on the play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
49-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. And the Colts.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off play action. Wade. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bridgewater on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Silver, Delta.
Now an option play on second down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Get wide now. Right there. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
That's disgusting.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Let's go, dude.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
58's Mike.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
58's the Mike.
On third down, Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Get him. Check it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play that time for the Colts. 49 yards. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Wayne. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here's Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Evans. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
To throw is Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Makes the score Colts 28.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. From the 5, 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Panthers 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people.
Jarvis Landry, 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards. Off play action. Wade. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
27-yard line.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Off the play fake. Wade. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 16-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Off play action. Wade. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. There he goes left side.
On the play. Recovered by the kicking team.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is
Jarvis Landry. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Jarvis Landry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Taylor. It's a foot race. The 30, 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
What's up, man?
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
58 to Mike. I'm coming.
A first down throw for Bridgewater.
Watch the slant.
Evans has it left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Evans, 54 yards. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Off the play fake, Wade. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 26 yards. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Stop your whining. 58's Mike, 58. 58's Mike.
Throwing on second and 14. Bridgewater. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not. And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet? Oh, I've got the exact play to dial up.
Now, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear.
That is
time we leave the booth.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
What are they thinking? What are they thinking?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Again, it's Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Oh, why are we doing this?
So that one will be accepted.
He wasn't ready. He was Jack Panther. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hot, hot. Hey, check that street.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indiana.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To Evans on the slant. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
58, right over there, yeah.
Bridgewater. And a catch right side by Evans. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
Bridgewater. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Check 53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check. 53's Mike. Check 53.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Come on, man.
25 yards that time. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double and triple him. Do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
3 buzz.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Come on now, let's go.
A gain of 9 yards.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Oh, he got Position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
Go, go, go. And the Colts first down.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Off play action. Wade to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
All day, defense, all day.
Tracking 60.
Right there.
Off the play fake. Wade. Oh, he stays up. Able to fight through one tackle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Over the middle to Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Joe Schobert picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.